What's up guys, I'm Sean. Today I'm tackling the rod bearings on my new to me E92 M3. The original owner put on 88,000 miles but never did the rod bearings. So I bought the rod bearing kit from BMW. BMW helped me build out my M4 track car as well as my E46 M3. Now I'm going with them again for my E92 M3. These are the engine mounts I spec'd out, BMW Performance engine mounts, as well as BE rod bearings and BE/ARP rod bearing bolts. And I spec'd out the red line engine oil 15W50 with the man filter, OEM gaskets, and some OEM O-rings for the oil pickup. And this kit came with the red line assembly loop, which is nice. So I already started on this. I'm halfway there. I was just waiting for my shipment to arrive. And here it is. Some takeaways is that I didn't have to remove the air intake box or the radiator fan, nor the coil packs or anything like that. I did most of it from underneath. Alright, I just dropped the oil pan. It's a lot of work, but it's definitely doable. Have my engine hoist right there. My quick jacks. So I didn't completely remove the subframe. I just lowered it. And then I removed the oil pickup tube underneath the engine block. Then I was able to remove the oil pan. So it's definitely doable by lowering the subframe, but without dropping it or removing any of the control arms. Now I just have to remove the rest of the oil pickup tube and another bracket so I can get to the rod bearings. I just rotated the crank with my 32mm socket. Now I'm going to get to that rod cap right there, the last one. I already did a lot of the work yesterday, so now I'm at cylinder number 8. This one is number 4, so this side on the passenger side is 1, 2, 3, 4. The one on the driver's side is 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is number 8, the last bearing. Oh, well, there goes the OE rod bolt, which we're going to toss anyway. Hard to do with one hand, but here it is. I looked at this yesterday already. So cylinder number 8, 88,000 miles, original owner, babied. It looks pretty good, but I'm going to show you all the bearings once I'm done. Most of the wear should be on the top, so I just have to get to the top. So I just removed the top bearing. It actually looks really good. So the car's a 2011, so it has the upgraded OEM bearings, but these are the original bearings, 88,000 miles. The original owner never changed it, and he said he babied the car, never took it over 5,000 RPM, and he did a ton of maintenance. So the top of the bearing looks really good. A little bit of wear, but looks normal. And the bottom looks good as well. Then I just have to remove all of them to inspect them. According to BE, standard is on the lower cap and 025 is on the top. So it works out as the blue color on the top and the standard reds on the bottom. Then I'm going to use assembly lube as well as the bolt grease for the ARP bolts. I installed the top bearing onto the rod. It's a little challenging, tight space. Now I have the lower bearing ready to go and the ARP studs with the assembly lube on the stud shoulder and thread. And I borrow Andrew's snap-on torque wrench. I'm going to torque it to 25 pounds first on each side, and then I'm going to go 50. Alright, cylinder number 8 is done. I could tell by the BE ARP bolts. So these are torqued to 50 foot-pounds. And the BE/ARP bolts are a 11mm 12-point socket, whereas the OEM bolts are a 12mm 12-point socket. So cylinder number 8 is done. Now I just have to do cylinder number 4. Alright, I just finished installing the BE bearings. Here are my factory bearings. They all look pretty much like new. Hard to see in the dark. I'll do another video in the morning. But original owner, 88.6k miles. Original owner never tracked it, never modified it besides a competition exhaust, and he never took it over 5,000 RPM. So the factory bearings look good. It probably could have went another 50,000 miles or more. Because the previous owner never did the rod bearings, I too was paranoid, so I never took it past 5,000 RPM as well. From different pictures I've seen online, the rod bearings could have been trashed, so I didn't want to spin the rod bearing and blow a motor. But if I knew it looked like this, I mean, definitely would have ripped it. But of course, you don't know until you take it apart. Even an oil analysis is not accurate. But these rod bearings look really good. It probably would have lasted a lot longer. If I had known, I probably wouldn't even change it. But now I know, so now I'll have peace of mind, and the BE bearings are going to be better overall. So looking forward to really pushing it and taking the M3 to the track. All the new BE rod bearings with the BE/ARP rod bolts have been installed. So now I just have to put everything back together. I just cleaned the pickup tube with some brake cleaner. Make sure there's no debris stuck on the mesh. And I'm going to dump out the extra oil in the oil pan. There's a ton of oil still stuck in there. Alright, making progress. The oil pan is back on. And I reinstalled the belt pulley as well as some of the other connectors. I installed the BMW engine mounts. Now this is how I lifted up the subframe. I used a floor jack. Had my daughter jack it up while I line up the subframe to the car. Now I just have to tighten it all up and reinstall a few more connectors and button it all up. Alright, everything's been put back together. I added about 9 quarts of engine oil. I still have my cardboard and tray underneath just in case. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's start it up. Alright, the engine started right up. I'm gonna let it idle for like 5 minutes and make sure that there's no leaks. Alright, the car's been idling for about 5 minutes. Everything looks good, no leaks. So now I'm just gonna slap on the wheels and then go for a test drive. Alright guys, that's a wrap. BE rod bearings installed with BMW engine mounts. Test drive went well. I took it easy. I didn't redline it yet. Probably gonna give it maybe 100 miles or so before redlining it. Rod bearings don't need to be broken in, but I just want to take some precautions, just take it easy. So surprisingly, the DIY wasn't too bad. It's definitely possible in your garage with quick jacks. Most of the work is underneath the car. I studied a lot of different YouTube videos and as well as checked out the link on M3 post. Some people remove the steering rack, the control arms, and remove the entire subframe. That was way more work. I didn't need to do that. Nor did I remove the coil packs or spark plugs or radiator fan on top. Most of the work was from the bottom, so less steps made it a lot easier. So it took me about half a day to take it apart, and then on another day, about half a day to put it together. So overall, pretty straightforward DIY. So doing it myself, I saved about 2,500 bucks. I got a quote from my local shop and they wanted $3,500 to do the rod bearings, which I thought was crazy. So by saving about 2,500 bucks, that money can go towards other mods. Next mod would be a big brake kit, either aftermarket or retrofitting the F80 brakes on the E92. We'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.